That's great, wonderful friends that you are able to make it every day for our morning Upanishad classes. Welcome you all, salutations, gratitudes, congratulations, wishes and prayers, submissions. That may we not, by our choice, give up these sessions. लोक सेवक धर्म स्थापक विरागी भक्त शिष्य मुमुक्षु जिज्ञासु श्रोत साधक परिश्रमी प्रेरित प्रशांत संस्कृत भाषा ज्ञाता. These are the 13 Vyaktitwas we have to focus to develop in us, in which outer success, inner peace, spiritual unfoldment also is possible. The 6 sources to bless us: the Ishvara Tattva, the Brahma Tattva, the Shakti Tattva, the Guru Ganas, the Devata Ganas, also the Shastra. All those 6 are there only to help us. We must know the need of receiving their help. Also, we must know the technique of receiving their help in helping ourselves, in making ourselves. Welcome you all. Beautiful Shastra. We are studying Shwethashwathara Upanishad with Bhashyam, first chapter. Beautiful topic is being discussed here about the Nirupadhika Brahma, Sopadhika Jiva and Ishvara. What exactly we have to know, we have to do. These topics are being discussed. So yesterday, Anishashchatma Badhyate Bhoktrbhavat Jnatvad Evam Sarva Pashay Vimuchyate. All these great topics are being studied. 8th mantra. Student, you have to study the 9th mantra today. Jnagno dau ajau ishanishau ajaheka. This shloka says very beautiful, important details that are given to us. Let us focus to study this mantra also with Bhashyam in detail today. Before that, let us do our Sankalpa Prarthanas. Before that, our common sense thought, as we do for some time every day. Today's common sense thought, simple, direct. 3 things we will just put in front for each one's perusal. It is our own choice. First is key, get freed from things and beings. Get freed from things and beings. Else, whole life is a bondage only. That we will not be able to do what we want to do, especially in the spiritual things. How to get freed from the people? The only technique is give them the freedom. And we give them the freedom, it is not that they are free. When we give them freedom, it is the fact that we are freed. Isn't it? And what is the meaning of giving them the freedom is zero expectation, zero insistence, zero from them. Absolutely. What is our duty? That much is done. Not even a thought or suggestion also to be given to them. That much freedom when we give the world or people, we get that much freedom. All the logic we can use for it. First logic is, are we ready to be told by anyone? We don't want to be told. Doesn't mean that we are wise. We know how much wisdom we have. Still we don't want to be told. Each says everybody. Nobody is wise and nobody wants to be told. In the same way, are we not suffering our own insufficiencies, ignorances, Everybody is going through that. Is not we are having our own prarabdha. Everybody has their own prarabdha. Is not we are guided by the Ishvara in our evolution. They are also guided. Like this, so many logics, analysis we can take for the help. Then we have some mutual prarabdha in which what I have to do, pakka I do. What has to come, it will come. I need not expect even an iota. With this idea, fully when freedom is given to the people in our mind, then we are freed. In the mind mainly. Outside freedom means what? When somebody has to go and catch the flight morning, so they told you wake me up. So don't give freedom there to sleep. Wake them up. They are all simple common sense outer vyavahara. What is meant by this word? Give them freedom to get the freedom is in the mind. Because the problem is never outside. Problem is always inside the mind. That in the mind we have so many asha expectations from the people. Some asha expectations are in our interest. Some of them maybe little evolved we are. We have asha expectation for that person also to grow. So the asha expectation from that person for us that we have to totally drop. Asha expectation from that person, his own growth, pray to the Lord and leave it. More than that, we have no right on anyone. And other than the simple common obligatory duties, we don't have a duty also to everyone. You and I are unconstitutional. There is no constitution of the duties and rights. They are all in the bondage only, not in the pursuit of liberation. So get freedom from people as early as possible by giving them full freedom in our mind. If we don't give the freedom, if we expect something from them for us, if we expect something for them also, from them for them, both way we get disappointed. Because even Ishvara's words, people will not listen. How can they listen to our words? Ishvara is speaking to them continuously in their own heart. Like he is speaking in our heart also, as we don't care them, they also do so. So when ईश्वर के बात वो लोग नहीं मानते, हम नश्वर हमारे बात कौन मानेगा? And this thing कि हमारे बात कौन मानेगा? Every day it is proved, and we don't want to learn from it. Only one thing to be learned, कि we should not bind ourselves with the people by trying to bind them in our mind. That it should happen to them, that should happen to them, etc. We are not going to be in this natak from now onwards. Everybody is free. They report to us, they don't report to us, tell us, they don't tell us, they ask us, they don't ask us. You save your skin. Spiritual lakshana hai. They tell good. If not, also good. Don't be emotional. Why didn't you tell me and all? They didn't tell means what? They know you are not worthy of telling. So simple it is. Like if people don't tell me about any of the things related to us, it means what? You think ये स्वामी को क्या बोलना है? No need. Then I should understand it. And why should you tell also? The best part is you grow your way, I grow my way. Isn't it? In this way, minimize करते जाना इन चीजों को, and you see the peace and joy that is felt when we discover freedom from the people by giving them the freedom. Like we are traveling somewhere. Hundreds of people are traveling. We are also traveling. Do we object to anyone? No. That is why nobody troubles us in our mind. Among those hundreds of people traveling, एक आध जो है, let us say they are driving scooter or car. Why is this fellow going like that? The moment that thought comes in us, we are disturbed. That person is going in his head. But इतना क्यों स्पीड जा रहा है? That इतना क्यों स्पीड जा रहा है? This thought has not reached that fellow. But we are disturbed in our mind. Is it? Yeah, इतना क्यों slow जा रहा है? Or why is driving so rash? Who is troubled by this? It is our own mind. With all others who are traveling, we don't have any disturbance because we are not reacting or commenting. Because we are not expecting. हाँ, and लग गया, ठोक दिया उसने. And we say कि देख मैंने कह रहा था भी जल्दी जा रहा है तो ये लगेगा ही इसको एक्शन. देखो हो गया कि नहीं? That also is a reaction. Why are you worried? The other non-reacting person says, हाँ जो बहुत स्पीड जाएगा उसका एक्सीडेंट होगा, एक्सीडेंट होगा तो हाथ पैर टूटेगा. They are facts spoken. There is no emotion. There is no sentiment. There is no attachment. It is a simple thing. Even the earth also goes out of its orbit. It will hit on some of the other planet. There is nothing special about it to be emotional. As long as the planet Earth is on its orbit, it is safe. What is very emotional about it? In this way, with whatever logic possible, discover the joy of giving joy to the people by giving them freedom. And total freedom. And don't become wise. Because people ask us only to prove that we are otherwise. Like the husband asks you, tell me मैं चाय पीऊँ कि कॉफी पीऊँ? And with all wisdom you say, सुबह सुबह buttermilk पीना चाहिए. He will drink that only. Neither chai, nor coffee, nor buttermilk. Only to prove that we are fools. Then you shout at him, why did you ask me then if you want to drink whatever you want? He said, just to check you, are you continuing to be a fool or by mistake are you improved? Thank God, you are not improved. So, anything you drink, you should tell them. मैं क्या पीऊँ? Anything, your name is PK Dubey, कुछ भी पी लो, कहीं भी डूब. So you should give them freedom. Anybody ask any opinion, what कपड़े मैं पहनूं? ज़्यादा excited होकर इनको मत बोलना. Then exactly what you told, opposite to that they wear. And then you get confused. Isn't it? Throughout life, this is the exercise from now onwards. Full freedom to them, full freedom to us. For spiritual sadhana. If you are not spiritual seeker, fasao. Ab tamasha, let the whole world enjoy. Isn't it? But if you are seeker, this is the wisdom. Today, 3 thoughts we thought of. Independent, they are not connected. Second one is the connection between these two, let us understand. The delusion and the desire. They go together. When we are deluded, we get desire. When you desire, that means we are in delusion. Like we see the children desiring so many things. See, the thing which is required, possessing it, obtaining it for survival, it is not desire. Anything other than that is delusion only. जिसके बिना हम जी सकते हैं उसको मांगना डिजायर कहते हैं. जो जीने के लिए चाहिए वो डिजायर नहीं होता. Okay? Because we have to be alive. That is a nature. We cannot die. We should not die also. So, like the children have their desires. When we look at them, we become frustrated. Why are you having that desire? What is required by you? I am giving you anyway. The youth have so many desires. We shout at them also. Why do you have all that nonsense desire? वो चाहता है मैं नया वाला सेल फोन चाहिए, स्मार्टफोन. मैं तो हूं नहीं स्मार्ट एनीवे, बिकॉज आई एम योर चाइल्ड. कम से कम फोन तो दे दो. They asked. You say I gave you that small phone, that is enough for you. You travel so much, you may lose this very costly phone. अब जितना चिल्लाओ वो तो कहेगा मेरे को चाहिए. In the same way, we observe anybody in the world continuously in desires. We too have our own various desires. That having desire is delusion. From the Vedantic spiritual standpoint. One, when I am incomplete, I desire. Two, when something is other than me, I desire. Both are notions, both are ignorances. There is nothing other than me and I am never incomplete. Then what is there to desire? Ignorance leads to delusion. Delusion leads to desire. Desire strengthens ignorance. Ignorance leads to delusion. In this way, in this chakkar, we always are there. If at all we have to desire only one thing, that is Paramatma. Paramatma is also not an object of desire. It is only the subject to be realized. That I am that. Therefore, about Paramatma also, it is not Kamana, though it is used Atma Kama in the Upanishads, actually it is Jignasa. Because Atma Kamana is fulfilled by only the Jignasa. Because Atma is not Anatma, that you have to do something to get it. Atma is Atma only, no? That you have to know it, that's it. So Atma ka Kamana hum कहते हैं, to remove all other Kamana, but the Kamana Purti is done only through Jignasa. Atma Jignasa leads to Atma Apta Kamata, fulfillment of the desire. So, just think about it. In how many ways we have variety of the desires. Try to reduce them. Illogically you reduce them. Means don't need to think about it because it's a delusion. अब उसको सोचने की जरूरत नहीं, you throw it away. सोचने की तो लॉजिक तो बता ही दिया. Ignorance leads to delusion, delusion leads to desire, desire strengthens the ignorance, ignorance leads to delusion. इसी चक्कर में हम फंसे रहेंगे. What to do with desire, Swamiji? Only one question, just drop it. What do you do with a dead rat? Unless you are an eagle or vulture, you just throw it away. Desire also like that. Some things are there, like bad people and desire. If you start thinking about them, you become sentimental. Once you become sentimental, then you can't live it. Like, the plastic covers or any of the kachra at home which come to us when we order something on online. The moment you think about it, then you get attached about it. Kal uska kaam aayega, parso aayega. You just take the content from it, throw it away, it is gone. It's not required only. It's only the time given, then emotion gets attached. Then that appears to be important, then we don't give it up. A ruthlessness to give up the desire. That's it. डिजायर छोड़ने से हम नहीं मरते, हम जीते हैं. डिजायर को एंटरटेन करते हुए ही हम मर रहे हैं. Think about it. So delusion, desire go together. Whoever is desiring, he is in delusion. Of whatever the desire it may be. Only one desire should be there. That is of the Paramatma Atma. And that also, let us not call it as desire. We call it as Jignasa. Just imagine this state of mind where I am in the Atma Jignasa. In my mana, there is no Kamana, Trishna for anything. Absolute Santosh. What a powerful topic nowadays. We are studying in evening class of Yoga Vasishta Maharabha. Powerful means powerful. The topic of Santosha. It is so important, that's why Vasishta ji precisely only in 20 shlokas in that sarga, everything about Santosha he told. लंबा चौड़ा बनाऊंगा वो लोग फिर heavy feel करेंगे, so let me make it a chapter small. Whichever the chapter is smaller, that has the content of it is highly valuable. Like in Gita, chapter 15, chapter 12. They are all small size, but the content in them is of the highest order. So in the evening class also, he talks about the Santosha. Today I think we'll conclude that. With that Santosha, freed from the desire, see the fulfillment in the mind. Again, listen to the first thought earlier said. What is required for survival, having it is not desire. Like twice a food we have, clothing we have to have a place to stay. They are not desires, they are all necessities, they are needs. It's okay, we can have, but over and above them, anything else is desire. That will punish us, persecute us. It's a delusion. So don't have desire, let's drop it. Do you have any desire? Nothing. I feel हो गया इतना खाली हो मन देखो एक सेकंड में 1 minute wisdoms. Drop desire, you are at peace. You are at peace and happiness already. Today's second thing is this about the connection between the delusion and desire and ignorance, let us say. Okay, enough. One more thing, very elaborate, but only contents we will tell, discuss about it more and more yourself. Key, these 7 things are the ones about which you have to have as much clarity as possible, as early as possible, and remember that clarity always in the heart. 7 things. Clear? First is Brahma, Parabrahma Swarupa. What is it? What Shastras say about him and all that. Second, Maya. What is Maya? How the Shastras, Gurus have defined or explained about it. And its relation with Brahman. Third, what is Ishvara? About Ishvara, what is being spoken in our Shastras. So many are over? Brahma, Maya, Ishvara. Then the fourth one, very essential, crucial. What is and who is and how is Jiva. This is the fifth Vishaya. We have to be very, fourth thing, we have to be very clear about. What is Jiva? पढ़ तो रहे हम हर दिन every class we are talking about this only, but are we clear about them? How much clear we are? In the deep knowledge of these things only all our spirituality depends. अब इतना साल स्पेंड करके इन चीजों की स्पष्टता नहीं है, means we have not tried, that's it. Let us try now to know it clearly. Then the fifth one is, what is Jagat? Jagat क्या है? In the Vedanta, in spiritual language, what is the meaning of Jagat? Clearly we have to understand. And the mutual relation between all of these, 5 of them. Very important. Then the sixth one therefore is Bandhana. In that one question, sub-question in Bandhana is to whom in this? Ishwar is in bondage, Parabrahma is in bondage, Maya is in the bondage, Jagat is in the bondage, or Jiva, who is bound? Very important question. What is the nature of the bondage? Who is bound? Who is bound? Jiva is bound. What is bondage of Jiva? Jiva Bhava only is bondage. Last, therefore, what is moksha? Liberation. In that, how is moksha also you can add what and how. These 7 things very crucial for an Adhyatmika sadhaka to very clearly understand. Brahma Tattva, Maya Tattva, Ishvara Tattva, Jiva Tattva, Jagat Tattva, Bandha Lakshana Swarupa, Moksha Swarupa or Moksha Sadhana. In these seven we are masters, we have understood Shastra, Vedanta, Upanishad. Because Upanishads talk about these only. Any other things they talk, they all fall in this category only. Like we ask, Jiva, bound by what? Bound by his own avidya. Avidya is part of Maya. Jiva is bound by what? By his own upadhis. Upadhis also are bound by are from the Maya only. तो बाकी जो भी डिस्कशन होता है इन सातों में ही होता है. No, I would homework to you all. Think about it. You can even send audio message to me having contemplated on them and send an audio message before you realize. Because after realization you may not feel the need of it. तो एक बार मेरे को मैसेज करके फिर आप मुक्त हो जाइएगा. Because if these seven things are known, we are liberated. Think about each of them, what Shastras speak about them. And in maximum details, with the reference of various Upanishads and other Shastras. हर एक में इसका जिक्र तो है ना, उसके बारे में हम सोच. These are the three things we wanted to see today. We have seen it. Now let us do our Upanishadic Adhyanam. Narayana, 1 second, some sound problem. सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः। ओम शांति शांति शांति। ओम नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्म विद्या संप्रदाय कर्तृभ्यो वंश ऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः। ओम ईरिमे गुरुवे पूर्वं वदवाक्य प्रमाणदः व्याख्याताः सर्ववेदान्ताः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। निधये सर्वविद्यानां विषजे भवरोगिणां गुरवे सर्वलोकानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानामालयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। ओम करुणावरुणालय पालय मां भवसागरदुःखविदूनहृदं रचयाखिलदर्शनतत्त्वविदं भवशङ्करदेशिक मे शरणम्। ओम ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि। परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्त ब्रह्म विद्याचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। संकल्पः तेषां कृपया उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्य बोधेन अस्मिन् क्षणे एव मोक्ष सिद्ध्यर्थं सनातन धर्म से वैदिक हिंदव संस्कृते पुनरुत्थान जागरण विश्वव्याप्ति विश्व आध्यात्मिक प्रगति एकता शांति पुरोभिवृद्ध्यर्थं सनातन धर्म संस्थापने कंकणबद्ध अस्माकं सह सर्वेषां निरंतर दिग्विजयार्थं श्रीराम मंदिरवत् शिव कृष्णादि समस्त मंदिराणाम् आश्रमाणां पुण्यदिव्य क्षेत्राणां विश्वविद्यालयादीनां पुनरवाप्ति तेषु निरंतर शास्त्र अध्ययन अध्यापन उपासना यज्ञयाग साधना सेवा व्रत दीक्षा तपस्यादीनां द्वारा भारतवर्षस्य सनातन धर्मस्य बाह्याभ्यन्तर शत्रूणां शाश्वत रूपेण समूल निर्मूलनार्थं भारतवर्षे विश्वे च अस्मात् क्षणादारभ्य वैदिक हिंदव संस्कृतेः सुप्रतिष्ठावाप्त्यर्थम् अस्यां कक्षायाम् आगतानां संकल्पित सत्कर्मसु दिग्विजयार्थं तेषां हृदये परब्रह्म भगवद् देवता गुरुशास्त्र सत्संग साधना सेवा माता पितृ देश धर्म सनातन धर्म भक्त्यादीनां द्वारा जन्म साफल्यार्थम अनेक शास्त्राणाम् अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मध्ये श्री कृष्ण यजुर्वेदीय श्वेताश्वतर उपनिषदः आद्य शंकर भाष्य समेत अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मोक्षार्थं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। आदौ पारायणम् 6 to 10 6th chapter पारायणम्। ओम अथ षष्ठोऽध्यायः। ओम सवृक्षकालाकृतिभिः परोऽन्यः यस्मात् प्रपञ्चः परिवर्ततेयम् धर्मावहं पापनुदं भगेशं ज्ञात्वात्मस्थममृतं विश्वधाम तमीश्वराणां परमं महेश्वरं तं देवतानां परमं च दैवतं पतिं पतीनां परमं परस्ताद् विरामदेवं भुवनेशमीड्यं न तस्य कार्यं करणं च विद्यते न तत्समश्चाभ्यधिकश्च दृश्यते परास्य शक्तिर्विविधैव श्रूयते स्वाभाविकी ज्ञानबलक्रिया च न तस्य कश्चित् पतिरस्ति लोके न चेशिता नैव च तस्य लिङ्गम् सकारणं करणाधिपाधिपः न चास्य कश्चित् जनिता न चाधिपः यस्तन्तुनाव इव तन्तुभिः प्रधानजैः स्वभावतः देव एकः स्वमावृणोतु स नो दधात् ब्रह्माप्ययम्। ओम शांति शांति शांति। ओम नित्यानंदं निराधारं निखिलाधारम् अव्ययं निगमाद्यगतं नित्यं नीलकण्ठं नमाम्यहम्। ओम अथ प्रथमोऽध्यायः शान्तिमन्त्रः। Om Sahanavavadu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhetamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Eighth mantra we have thoroughly seen. Okay. This one para is good to see the summary. Last but one para. Tasmat advitiye paramatmani. Therefore, because of all the discussion made so far, in that advitiya paramatma, upadhitaha, because of the upadhi, jiva ishvarayoho, the jiva ishvara bheda, jivanam cha, between the two jivas, the bheda, vyavasthayaha siddhatvat. That vyavastha is there. So the jiva bheda, jiva ishvara bheda is there because of the upadhi. Siddhatvat, this is one thing. In this, the Ishvara, with his upadhi being absolutely Shuddha, he is not bound. Shuddhatat na vishuddha sattva upadhehe Ishvarasya. Ana avishuddha upadhi jivagataha sukha dukkha moha ajnana adaya. So the sukha, dukkha, moha, ajnana are in the jiva because of his ashuddha upadhis. Ishvara's upadhi being atyanta shuddha, these sukha, dukkha, ajnana, moha, they are not there in Ishvara. Ishvara is samashti maya upahita parabrahma. So he is not samsari. Clear? This is one thing to be kept in mind always, that Ishvara's upadhi being the Shuddha Sattva, purest, he will not have the bondage like the Jiva whose upadhi is Ashuddha. Because of the Ashuddha, what are the things we have? Sukha, Dukkha, Moha, Ajnana. His upadhi is very, very Shuddha. He will not have Sukha, Dukkha, Moha, Ajnana. Right? Tatacha Bhagavan Parasharaha. The Vyasa Bhagavan's father, Parasharaji, talking about this Ishvara Tattva, not Brahma. Brahman with Maya is Ishvara. About Ishvara, what he said? Jnanatmakasya manasatva rashehe. Jnanatmaka. Ishvara's upadhi is Shuddha Jnana Swarup. Samagra Jnana Swarup. Ours is Ajnana. We don't have knowledge about anything thoroughly, completely. No? See in the definition of the Ishvara. Tatra niratishayam sarvagnatva bijam saha purvesham api guruho kalena anavachhedat. Do you remember? These definitions about Ishvara in the Yoga Darshana we have seen. Tatra niratishayam sarvagnatva bijam. Ishvara is Sarvagnya. So here also Jnana Atmakasya. Then Amala Sattva Rashehe. Sattva means Antakarna. Of Ishvara is Antakarna, that is Maya Upadhis, Amala. In that specific Raga Deshadi Mala, which you and I have, he will not have. So Jnanatmaka, Amala Shuddha Sattva Rashi. Third one, Apeta doshasya. Avidyadi dosha are not there in him. Sada sputasya. The one is always unvague, non-vague, non-ambiguous, absolutely clear about everything. Therefore, kimva jagati asti samastam pumsam ajnatam asya asti hridayasthitasya. And then he is there in the hridaya of everyone. Therefore, what is there which is not known to him? Everything is known to him. He is the Hridaya of all. That's why Ishvaraha Sarvabhutanam Hrideshe Arjuna Tishtati. So here the Ishvara Gunagana little is done. And out the Ishvara, when with our upadhis, when we do the upasana, our upadhis also become Shuddha, qualified for the Tattva. That much if you keep in mind, enough. Then na api, another discussion. जीव ईश्वर का फर्क बोल दिया. अब जीव जीव का कह रहे न अपि जीवांतर्गत सुख दुख मोहादिना. जीवांतर्गत सुख दुख मोहादिना means one jiva has his own specific moha and moha janita sukha dukkha. Because of it, जीवांतरस्य बद्धस्य मुक्तस्य वा संबंधः. Of other jiva, there is no sambandha. So if this jiva is bound, other also has to be bound, not required. If this jiva is liberated by his own sadhana, the other also should be liberated, not necessary. Why? Upaditaha vyavastayaha sambhavat. Because of the upadhi, this vyavastha is there. That is how it is like that. In one part of space, if there is bad odor is there, if there are 10 pots, in each of the pot also there should be bad odor or good odor, no necessity. And this is very sublime thought. If in one pot bad odor or good odor smell is there, it is not touching, it is not necessarily there in other parts, doesn't mean but this pot and that pot are different, therefore no. Inside the pot, the space which is there never is touched by either good smell or bad smell. That is a subtle thought. Okay, and what is that smelling in that pot? Not the space. We attribute that smell to the pot space, but it is to the air which is there in the pot. So to the upadhis in the jiva, there is samsara. And each one's upadhi is different, never defines samsara. But nirupadhika rupena, there is no jiva only. He is never bound. He is one without second. If you can understand that subtle thing, catch it. Or else, what is said here is, because of the bheda in the upadhi, one person's bondage need not be others' bondage, need not be the same bondage, and if one is mukta, other should be mukta, that is not required, because upadhiyon ka vyavastha vaisa hai. So in that person, he transcended the upadhi, he got moksha. So this fellow is still in that thing, therefore he is bound in that way. Then ataha eka muktau sarva muktihi iti. When one is liberated, everybody should be liberated. In this way, bhavaduktasya chodyasya anavakashaha. Of your question or doubt this regard, there is no chance that one liberated, other also should get liberated. And that's what we see. है ना, एक का भूख मिट गया खाना खा के सबको नहीं होता. When Jiva transcended his avidya janita upadita atma, he realized he is in the mukta state. The others are in that bondage state. Don't mix up the standpoints. The standpoint of Brahma say Brahman alone is there. There are no jivas who are bound. There is no moksha at all. There is no maya. There is no upadhi. ब्रह्म को टच मत करो, वो तो बियॉन्ड एवरीथिंग ओनली. नो डिस्कशन हैपेंस इन ब्रह्मन. इज बस, दैट्स इट. If we stay in this standpoint and talk about Brahman, is not correct. Brahman is our goal, but at the sadhana kala, where we stay, from that standpoint only, we have to understand, we have to do the things. With this, the Ashtama mantra is over. Now let us start studying the Navamo mantra. The Sambandha Bhasha is the 9th mantra. Ki kimcha idam aparam vilakshanyam iti aha. There is another vilakshanata also between these three things. Jiva, Jagat, Ishvara, or Jiva, Ishvara and the Maya. उनका ये भी विलक्षणता है. सुनो. See, today we, in our common sense thought, we talked about having knowledge of 7 things. Coincidentally, luckily, in these shlokas, that subject only discussed. We never thought कि इस तरह connected है. We just shared it, and luckily subject भी वही चल रहा है. Now let us chant this mantra in which the Jiva, Jagat, Ishvara or Jiva, Ishvara and Maya, these three are explained exclusively, independently. Then also told that at the time of explanation, at the time of expression, they appear to be three, but basically in and through all those three, what is there is the Brahma Tattva only. So the one who realizes the oneness of these three, that they are all Brahman, he is finally liberated. That's how this shloka with its bhashya will try to guide us. Let us chant the mantra. Om Jnagnyau Dvavajavishanishau Jnagnyau Dvavajanisha Vajavishanishau Jnagnyau Dvavajavishanishau Ajaheka Bhoktrubhogyarthayukta Ajaheka Bhoktrubhogyarthayukta Anantaschatma Vishwarupo hi akarta Anantaschatma Vishwarupo hi akarta Trayam yada vindate brahmamethato Trayam yada vindate brahmamethato. Again. Jnagnyau Dvavajavishanishau Ajaheka Bhoktrubhogyarthayukta Anantaschatma Vishwarupo hi akarta Trayam yada vindate brahmamethato. Again, Jnagnyau Dvavajavishanishau Ajaheka Bhoktrubhogyarthayukta Anantaschatma Vishwarupo hi akarta Trayam yada vindate brahmamethato. First, the meaning of each of the word, then we will study with the Bhashya. So, Jna and Ajna, dual case. Jna and Ajna. Dvau, there are two. Ajau, both of them are unborn. Isha, Nishav. Nisha में अ ऐड करो उधर. Isha and Nishav. One is Isha, Lord. Another is Anisha. So, there are two. Isha and Anisha. Jna and Ajna. Both are Aja, unborn. There are two. One is Isha, another is Anisha. The Isha is Jna, the Anisha is Ajna. Jna means knowledgeable. Ajna means non-knowledgeable, ignorant. Both of them are Ajau, unborn. You know, Ajau, unborn. याद रख लेना, the gold is never born, the ornament is never born. Gold is never born, is always there. Ornament is never born at all, because for it it's small. It should be independent. It's not independent. So, in the same way, Jna, Gnau, Dvau, Ajau, Isha, Anishav. Jna and Gnau are two things. Both are unborn. Both are. One of them is Isha, another is Anisha. First line. Understood? Second is Ajahi Eka. There is something called as Aja. This ऊपर Aja is अलग, ये Aja अलग है. ये माया Ajahi Eka, one specific power called as Ajadi Maya. What is it doing? Bhoktru. Bhoktru means Bhokta के लिए Bhogya Arthayukta. It is providing all the bhogya for the bhokta. The Maya is providing the bhogya vastu for the bhokta. Bhokta is Jiva. And Maya is providing. It's all Maya only. When we go deep into the contemplative level of discovering the substantive and look from that standpoint, All the tangible things which we take them as the bhogya vastu appear to be only mayika only. Even the instruments with which we do the bhoga, they are also mayika. माया से बने हुए. Even jiva also maya से ही है. But they appear to be so realistic, real and solid. इसलिए the highest deep contemplation उसको सब कुछ होते हुए भी कुछ भी नहीं रहा है. That's a विलक्षण अनुभूति. सृष्टि is happening without happening. स्थिति is happening without happening. Laya is happening without happening. It's a very peculiar state of knowledge, realistic state of knowledge. सब कुछ होते हुए भी कुछ नहीं हो रहा. That's the meaning of karmani akarmaya pashyet and all that. This is what we are seeking to understand. We started it 3-4 years back. Like next to some 20-30 in lives it will take for us to clearly understand. For me, आप लोग तो ब्रह्मज्ञानी हो, I'm sorry, but for me it will take time. So thou, Anagnya Agnyau Dvau Ajau Isha Anisha. Among them Ajahi Eka. One is among them means other than them. One is called Ajadi Maya, Bhoktru, for the sake of Bhokta, Bhogyartha Yukta, which goes on bringing Bhogya Vastu Jatam for the Bhokta. Maya. 2 लाइन हो गए. 3rd लाइन. अनंत आत्मा विश्वरूप ही अकर्ता. इस the 3rd लाइन is talking about the ब्रह्मन. देखो जैसा आज हमने कॉमन सेंस थॉट में देखा ना, ब्रह्म तत्व इज एक्सप्लेन हियर, ईश्वर इज टोल्ड, जीवा इज टोल्ड, माया आल्सो टोल्ड, जगत आल्सो टोल्ड, बंध मोक्ष सारे हमको इस एक श्लोक में आ गए. गुड. तो अनंत आत्मा, द रियल आत्मन, द ब्रह्मन इज अनंत. देन विश्वरूप. इंटरेस्टिंग पॉइंट. विश्वरूप मीन्स नो रूप इन द विश्व can be without him. Therefore, all rupas are his only. Therefore, he is Vishwarupa, yet he is Arupa. You can catch this one. And no ornament can be without the gold. Therefore, gold alone is every ornament's Rupa, yet the gold has no ornamentation. विश्व के सारे रूप भगवान के बिना नहीं रह सकते. किनके हैं सारे? भगवान के हैं. बट आस्क भगवान डायरेक्टली, ही इज अरूप. इन दिस वे, realizing the Lord transcendently, realizing the Lord alone, even immanently, is the realization. तस्मिन् दृष्टे परावरे का अर्थ ये है. परा ऑल्सो ही अलोन, अवरा अलोन ऑल्सो ही अलोन, है ना. द थ्रेड, द para also he alone, cloth, the avara also he alone, na? Think about it. So, Anantascha Atma Vishwarupa, because he is Ananta, he is nothing required for him to do to gain. Therefore, Akarta. You know? See that? Akarta. In explanation of the Jiva, what was said there? Madhyate Bhoktrubhava. Bhokta without the Bhogya Vastu. The Bhogya Vastu is the Phala. The Phala can never come without Karma. Karma cannot be done without Karta. Therefore, Jiva is bound by Bhoktrubhava means also by Kartrubhava. So to here, Ishvara is said to be Akarta also means therefore he is Abhokta also. Here Ishvara is Paramatma, Atma. Anantacha Atma. Vishwarupaha. But also is Karta. It is infinite. Now, without the thorough knowledge of all these things, one who considers the Brahman is different, the Jiva is different, the Jagat is different, the Ishvara is different, the Maya is different, he is ignorant, he is bound. After the analysis of all these, deeply contemplating, when we discover these two things, that the Jiva, the Ishvara, the Maya, all the three are Parabrahma, and that Parabrahma is me. When that is discovered, that is moksha. There is a fourth line, ki trayam yada vindate brahmam etat. When yada means when trayam, all the three are to be, are realized as what? Brahmam etat. Brahma ke hi roop mein ye teen hai. The one who realizes it, as if the sentence is incomplete, to complete by doing the adhyahara, such one is liberated. Such one is liberated. So this is how the shloka. Jnagno dvavaja vishanisho ajaheka bhoktrubhogyarthayukta anantaschatma vishwarupo hi karta trayam yada vindate brahmametat. Done. Now we'll see in the Bhashya thoda sa. Jnagno dvau iti. Jnagno dvau is the beginning of the mantra. That mantra is taken for discussion, for Bhashya, for Vyakhyana, for the more clear understanding. Okay. So here, Bhagavan takes the earlier shloka topic and वहां से कंटिन्यू करते. He says, न केवलम व्यक्ताव्यक्तम भारते विश्वम ईशः. Ishvara, the Param Brahma, not only Bharate supports the Vyakta, the Jiva and Avyakta Ishvara, then na api Anisha Sambadhyate Jivaha. And not only that, the other thing discussed was the Jivaha, because of Bhoktru Bhava, becoming Anishaha, experiences bondage. These two were already spoken. Not only these two, apitu, there is some more for you to understand. What is that? Jna, jnau, dvau. More clarity is these two are there. One is jna, one is agnya. So jna, jnau, dvau. Who are they? Jna, Ishvaraha. The one who knows everything, Ishvaraha. Agnya, Jivaha. And Agnya, ignorant, is Jiva. So, both of them ajau. Both of them are unborn. Janmadi rahita. Ajau means Janmadi rahita. Janma, jara, roga, mrityu, ityadi. For both, it is not there. Are? We always thought about the Jiva has got Janma, Marana, bondage. है ना. अब तो आप कहते हो both of them are अजो, unborn, and birth नहीं है तो old age, senility, disease, death also are not there. How? Why they don't have the Janma Adi? Both Jna Ishvara, Agnya Jiva. The answer is कि very interesting. Listen here. Brahmana eva adhikrutasya Jiva Ishvara Atmana Avasthanat. Brahma alone, with his Maya Shakti, is called there as Jiva and Ishvara. And Brahman is never born. Brahman alone with Upadhi. समष्टि उपाधि से ईश्वर कहा, व्यष्टि उपाधि से जीव कहा. Brahman is already there. Therefore, you can't call them to be born. Once birth is not there, other modifications also denied. The last modification of the Mrityu also is not there for both Jiva and Ishvara, because they are already ever existing Brahman alone with the Maya Shakti. So Maya Shakti making the ever existing Brahman appear as Ishvara and Jiva. That way, Ishvara and Jiva are not born. Like the husband is not born. Already existing man through the wife appearing as the husband. Therefore, there is no death also to him. The appearance goes disappearance. That's it. He is neither born nor dying. Difference between birth and death, appearance and disappearance, we must know. Appearance is only illusion, mithya. Birth is real. So really there is no birth. But only the mithya prakatana, mithya vyaktikarana is there. Only expression, not real. So the reason for them being ajanma is the Brahman alone with the upadhi appearing. Therefore Brahman is always there. So there is no janma. What are the Jiva Ishvara expression? Brahman alone through the samashti veshti maya vidya upadhi. Therefore you can't call them as born. They are Brahman only. Brahman always there. They are not born. Then what is the difference in them? Maya के कारण ऐसा दिख रहे हैं. Just because of that, you can't say they are born. In this way, Brahmana eva adhikrutasya jiva ishvara atmana avasthanat. They are not born. Tatacha Shruti. Shruti is saying very good shloka it is. What is it? Puraschakre dvimadaha, puraschakre chatushpadaha, puraha sapakshi bhutva, puraha purusha avishatu. This we studied exhaustively in our Taittiriya Upanishad. See, that Paramatma, puraha chakre dvimadaha, he made a town having 2 feet. Puraha chakre chatushpadaha, he made the town having 4 feet. So Dvichakra Dvipadaha Chatushpada Puraha he made. Then what he did? Puraha sa Pakshi Bhutva. Again he himself have become the Pakshi. Puraha Purusha Avishat. He entered into that Pura made by him. है ना? See, भगवान का जन्म नहीं होता, प्रवेश होता है. प्रवेश भी प्रवेश नहीं है. प्रवेश का प्रकट. दर्शक तुलसीदास जी करेक्टली सेज भाई प्रगट कृपाला. ऑलरेडी ही इज देयर. नाउ ही इज बिकमिंग प्रकट. दैट्स ऑल. अब प्रकट थे, अब प्रकट हो गए. ही इज ऑलवेज देयर. सो हियर 2 feet Purusha Pura he made, 4 feet Pura he made. So he made means he is already there. The one who is already there, you can't talk the birth about him. And then he himself entered into those 2 Puras Pakshi bankar. Again in Taittiriya, that Pakshi ke roop mein na, Shiraha, Dakshina Pakshaha, Uttara Pakshaha, Atma, Pucham, like the bird only that was explained. So he made the Pura, Tat Sushtva. That means to make the Pura, he must be there. So it is already there. How do you talk about the birth of him? He is not born. He entered. The entry also is not a birth. He is already there. So Puraschakre Dvipadaha, Puraschakre Chatushpadaha, Puraha Puna Pura Bhutva, Purasa Pakshi Bhutva, Puraha Purushaha Avishatu. जरूर बृहदारण्य उपनिषद में ऐसा मंत्र है. Here the avishat means entered. Entered means expressed only. Because entry is not possible. Why? To enter, Lord should not be there first. But there is nothing where the Lord is not. Because He is all pervading. सर्वव्यापक होने के कारण उनका नहीं है, ऐसा नहीं है, इसलिए प्रवेश का कहना संभव नहीं है. But Shruti said pravesha only to guide us to know the entry is not the entry like he was not there. The entry is in expression only. उसको आप literal meaning मत लेना कि भगवान ने उसमें प्रवेश किया. Like we make a house and we enter. Because we are not inside the house. But the Lord doesn't make the upadhis and enter because he's already there. There's nothing where he is not there. That is why if we can expand our intellect a little bit, we'll know like the space. In the space, the walls are made, then we call that within the wall space as the hall space or the pot space. In the same way, in the Brahman only, the Upadhi is projected. Within the Upadhi, the Brahman alone is called as Jiva Ishvara. That's why the Brahman is never born, never dying. So this is a quotation given from Radharanyaka to say that they are Ajau. They are no Janma. Okay. Now, why Ajau? Because Brahman only expressing as the Uparupa. Brahman is eternally existing, therefore that which is existing need not have birth. Same way in another Kata Upanishad, Ekastata Sarvabhutantar Atma. He is one, and in all seen bhutas, with whatever the variety of name and form, he is the Antaratma of all of them. एक है, सबके अंदर अंतरात्मा के रूप में है, and रूपम रूपम प्रतिरूपः, and he is appearing as that particular रूपा, being as the Atma of everyone, and Bhashyam, and that Rupa doesn't touch him again. He is beyond that Rupa. This is a very tricky that's happening in the universe, to catch which a special intuitive intellect is required. Like one gold is the Antaratma in all ornaments, and Rupam Rupam Pratrupo Bhagava appearing in the form of that ornament. And Bhashyam, still it has no form of any ornament with it. क्या विचित्र माया तमाशा चल रहा है कि नहीं? One gold only, the Antaratma of the 1,000 ornaments. Ekaha Sarvabhuta is all ornaments. Antaratma is the inner self of every of the ornament. Whenever we say the Atma, don't understand that is a minute thing. Like Paramatma is there in me. If somebody says in me का मतलब इतना हृदय आकाश में एक छोटा सा परमात्मा है, ऐसा मत सोचना. That all is said to realize Paramatma, to do the sadhana. But otherwise, Paramatma is in me means what? Whatever I call myself as, in me and through all that, Paramatma is there as Atma to that. So in Sharirayasa is there Maya, Pranamaya, Manomaya, Vijnanamaya, Anandamaya, सब में वो अंतरात्मा है. उसके अंदर जाने से भगवान है का अर्थ ऐसा मत समझो कि एक एक कवर ढका हुआ है. This is what the special subtle thing to be caught in Vedanta. So here, Eka Tata Sarvabhutantaratma, then Rupam Rupam Pratirupaha, and most important is Bahicha. He is not conditioned by any of those Rupas, even while he is in that Rupa. Iticha. Okay. Then Isha Nisha, Isha, Anisha, एक आना चाहिए, ईशा होना चाहिए वहां. Chandasam, Hrasvatvam. Oh, Vedic way of saying it. You just understand Isha plus Anisha, Isha or Isha. ये छांदस का प्रयोग है, कभी ऐसा होता है. Don't worry about the grammar. Okay. Now, the question asked by the Purvapakshi. One Brahman alone is there. How the Jiva becoming Bhokta? Where from the Bhogya Vastu is coming? है ना? Second श्लोक है ना? Second line सारी. कि अजाहिएका भोक्तृ भोग्यार्थ युक्ता. First line explained. Dvau ज्ञाग्नौ द्वौ अजौ ईशनीशौ explained. Now second line अजाहिएका भोक्तृ भोग्यार्थ युक्ता. That we have to explain. Then Anandasya Atma Vishwarupo, Anantasya Atma Vishwarupo Akarta. That we have to know. Then the fourth line is Trayam Yada Vindate Brahmame Tat. When all these three are realized in Brahman, then he is Mukta Purusha. Listen, keep on listening, struggle to understand. Slowly opening it up. What How many thousands of years have taken for the human being that he went on doing research, that today's whatever the scientific things they are discovered, है ना, हजारों हजारों साल का मेहनत से ये सारे संभावने आज हो रहे. In the same way, the spiritual clarity also will come when we keep on listening. Definitely it will come. As that subtle clarity comes, that time only, oh, I also am bound in this way, samsara. I have to get mukti. And for getting me the mukti, this knowledge which I am using, gaining, I have to use it. That will click that time. Then that time, from a mere listener and student, we become seeker of the truth, sadhaka of the truth or moksha. राइट नो अभी हमको है नहीं कोई फील फोकट में देते हैं तो हम मोक्ष लेंगे ऐसे बैठे हैं, है ना, रिजर्वेशन कैटेगरी SC ST BC बैठे हैं. अब हम खुद जाकर पाना है उसको, वो तब होगा. When the subject becomes very clear, then we understand, oh, I am this way bound. So it's me who's talked about. So it's I have to get liberation. So I am bound by my upadhi. I am bound by my ignorance. So I have to. After that, at that time, the vidya of the pustaka enters into our mastaka. Like any value also. Like बच्चों को कहे बेटा झूठ मत बोलो, हम खुद ही झूठ बोलते. झूठ मत बोलो इज फर्स्ट हमको बोलना चाहिए. We have to live life of no झूठ. Then you tell right. But we tell everything to children. We don't practice. Same way, we are intellectually sometimes understanding, but we have not related this knowledge with ourselves. That's knowledge for me to apply on myself, for my moksha. ये सब धीरे धीरे खुलेंगे. So let us have patience to go on studying till that time. Om 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 Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः. परमऋषिभ्यो नमः. परब्रह्मणे नमः. श्रुतिमात्रे नमः. तत्सत् ब्रह्मार्पणमस्तु. थैंक यू.